Okay, we back. We back. Man, look at this fucking room. Like, I know I mentioned the art style before, but this room, for some reason to me, really just... Man.
The control room is up ahead!
Elena, what happened to the map?
Interference is too heavy. I can't transmit the data.
Sam, where are you?
In front of the control room. Where the hell are you?
I got myself into a little ambush.
You too? I'm sending the rest of the Marines your way.
Works for me.
Grossi, take the rest of these men and go back up Burns.
Wait, you're gonna go forward on your own?
I'll handle it. Your CO is in the shit. Go fish him out. Now.
Hoorah!
This is Act 5 Mission 2. I was about to say, this door makes it feel... I mean, that doesn't mean that there couldn't be a boss behind this door. But, man, does it feel like there's about to be some shit behind this door. We have... Oh, I was about to say, we have not seen this man in a while. I was going to say, we haven't seen that scientist man in forever. Here he is.
Professor Candide!
Sam,
What do you mean, pull a pistol?
where are the Marines?
What do you mean?
I'm alone, Frank.
Stay back! I've told you we can't trust the Commander-in-Chief. Why are you working with the military?
Frank.
Thank God. I stopped it in time.
Whoa. Oh, no. Dude, that man just got blasted. By fucking Burns! Dick Burns got him!
Burns! Why?
Sorry, Sam. This fight is for the men going home and bind boxes now. I'm changing the microwave's target to Moscow.
Why would the President order
You guys
this?
are attacking us?
Consider it a kind of economic stimulus package.
What? War is not economic
Dude,
stimulus.
this is
San Francisco is gone now.
1000%.
That was for the good of all
Oh, wait.
Americans.
The target can't be reset with this panel, Burns.
You think I don't know that? Besides, I was gonna retarget this thing the old-fashioned way. Manually.
And you expect me to just stand by and watch?
Well, well. You're on a battlefield now, Sammy boy. Let's see you fight for what you
I've never
believe
seen this
in.
man use this. The entire time we've been allied with him. That was dope. Okay, wait, real quick before we continue this boss fight. I'm also mixing up two games when I had the thought. Because I know I've mentioned Metal Gear in the middle of this game. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, just making sure. Where was I going with this? Oh, the war economy. The war economy thing is such a Metal Gear Solid 4 concept. I mean, I'm sure there's probably a game that's done this whole war economy thing before Metal Gear Solid 4 and Metal Gear Rising, but that's the first one I know about. So, between that and the protagonist who smokes, who's based off of a gruff military soldier who's a part of a secret military, like, special operations unit, which, again, I'm sure, like, Master Chief fits in that. That's Halo, even though Metal Gear came out way before Halo. That whole concept is very Metal Gear. And maybe that's half the reason I like this game. It has some of those elements. Obviously, the story's not as in-depth as Metal Gear. And it's not like that whole meta-commentary that's always going on during the Metal Gear games, or really any Kojima game. I should really play some of the other ones. I think... I can talk about it all if I I think Zone of the Enders does the child soldiers thing. But, wow, I got fucking wrecked. But yeah, no, this game has those elements. It's just more focused on the action. It's very much Metal Gear Rising in that way. Metal Gear Rising has a lot of the meta commentary in the background. If you opt in, like you can codec call into some of that stuff and like get more into details. And then they kind of give you bits and pieces in the main commentary, and they like foreshadow it and all that. It definitely feels very Metal Gear Rising in that regard, which makes sense. They're both platinum, I believe. Hold on, let me double check that. Let me pull over my copy of Metal Gear Rising from my Kojima shelf. Wait a minute. I moved Death Stranding out of the way, but now I'm like, where the fuck is Metal Gear Rising? It must be on my, like... Hold on. I have different shelved versions of my games. Here it is. It's in my quick play shelf. Metal Gear Rising. I'm pretty sure... Yeah, platinum. I'm like, I'm pretty sure they put this game... It was a platinum game because Kojima Productions couldn't do a hack and slash. Which... Small rant. Small rant, I'm sorry. Somebody put up a video, one of the, it's a YouTuber, the Sphere Hunter, Susie or something, which, by the way, she does great Resident Evil videos and Devil May Cry videos, maybe some other stuff. But beyond that, I've only watched her Resident Evil and Devil May Cry stuff. Great YouTuber, check her out. Very, very interesting content over there. It's like OTG. Well, I mean, it's a different type of content creator than OTG. It's more of like the review analysis type person. Anyways, she does some good Resident Evil content. She does some good Devil May Cry content on like those reviews. I haven't checked anything out beyond that. But on Twitter, she posted a thing about that's the Sphere Hunter, by the way. She posted a thing about like some early Metal Gear Revengeance videos, and a bunch of people, not like her included, but a bunch of other commenters or repliers were talking about like, oh man, I really wish we got this game. Oh man, Metal Gear Rising could have been darker. It looked pretty much the same. The only difference is like their animation was maybe a little smoother. Like maybe a little bit, because the thing that like Platinum does, and this is honestly true of most hack and slash games, and it's probably why hack and slash games work, is there's very quick animations that cut between each other. It's not like a smooth blend between them, and for good reason. Because if you tried to play like a fast-paced action game with like with actual blending between the animations, it would feel like garbage, because you'd be in the middle of a combo and wait for like this 3-second wind up because of the blend time between the two animations, and you'd be like, why is this not connecting right? Why is this like it might look slightly better in the long run, but it's gonna feel slow as fuck, and it's not gonna be very satisfying. That's why Platinum's so good at like these fast-paced action games. They have these really quick animation cuts and chops that like at a glance feel like they would be worse, but when you're actually in the gameplay and in the gameplay moment of it, is 10 times better than if you had to wait. It would be like, this might sound better than it sounds, but it'd be a blend between like a Dark Souls and a hack and slash, and you'd think that sounds good in concept. Maybe it could be if we got one, but personally, from my point of view, I think that would be awful. It would give up control while trying to obtain this like reaction-based, at least with the Platinum defined enemies. It would be too slow. It would just be too slow, flat out. So I saw this tweet about like, oh, the original concept of Metal Gear Rising, and I keep looking at it, I'm like, and people are like, oh, this is what we could have had, and honestly, it looks exactly what we got. It looks exactly what we got, but just slower with like longer blended animations. Because they're like, oh, you can cut this watermelon. You can cut the watermelon in the current Metal Gear Rising, okay? that blade mode while moving still exists. I know we're way off on a tangent right now because I got sidetracked by Metal Gear content, but and I mentioned this content creator, which you should check out. Like I said, she does really great stuff. But man, the comment section in that tweet alone just like really bugged me because it's just like, you know, the original like concept video of Metal Gear Rising does look good, but when you look at what we got is so much better from a gameplay perspective. It only looks good from like I'm 1000% with Kojima on this. Like even Kojima fanboyism aside, I'm 1000% with Kojima with this. The combat was not ready. It was too slow. Kojima Productions did not know how to do combat. That's what that trailer told me, and I agree with his sentiment of like, we can't do this. We need to pass off the platinum because this just is extremely slow. It's too slow. The unfortunate thing is that there's these people on Twitter that think it was going to be great. No, it's not great. I'm going to let you know right now. You would have gotten into that game. It's going to be the surge of Dark Souls games. It's going to run slow as fuck. Or the Lords of the Fallen, even. It's going to be slow as fuck. It's not going to be what you wanted. And it's going to be like, yeah, I thought it was cool in concept, but actually in practice and in gameplay, it's not fun. And that's why I handed off the platinum. Like, that trailer just shows me why they handed off the platinum, and it just makes sense to me. I watched that trailer, and now knowing the final product we got with Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, I was like, this all just makes sense. Like, conceptually, we got everything that existed in a trailer. The other thing we didn't get is, like, the graphical fidelity of the game. Like, it was in higher HD because they probably had a smaller test case when they recorded that footage of Metal Gear Rising back in the day. They had better quality in the Metal Gear Solid 4 engine because it's just one other thing Kojima Productions is fantastic at. It's making a goddamn efficient engine that looks goddamn amazing. But they also just had very slow animation. And I think that was it. That was the thing that Kojima was mad at. Well, I don't know if he was mad, but that was the thing that he wasn't looking for, is their engine was just their combat engine specifically, I should say. The way they were handling their animations just wasn't good enough for an action game, and he was like, we need to pass this off to somebody who knows what the fuck they're doing. And Platinum, in my opinion, I mean, when I think of my top two developers of all time, it's Platinum and Capcom, and Platinum knows how to make a really good action game, so it was the right choice. It was the right choice. But man, sorry, I just had to do that quick rant. I had to do that quick rant because it just made so much sense. Take out this man. Take out this man. Nope, you're not ready. We're gonna die if we do anything else. Okay. I wasn't gonna be able to do that full rant with all this going on. I'm sorry. And if you didn't want that rant, you know, I'm sorry, but I had to get it out there. I saw too many people on Twitter going, "Oh, that's very good." No, it's not good.
Manual control. You need to follow him, Sam.
It did not look good. It looked like a shittier version of Revengeance. That's all I saw in the trailer. I think that's what Kojima saw, if I'm being honest. Do I think it would have been neat to get the game? Maybe. Do I think I would have been even more niche than it is now? Hell yes. That would have been the Demon Souls of games. It would have been a very niche version. sorry, OG Metal Gear Rising was very niche. And you probably would have played that game and fucking hated it. There's not much anyone can do to convince me out of that argument. Arguments that I don't know if I can ever be convinced out of. It's that one, it's fighting games should never have fans, which I just recently had a debate about that with my girlfriend. There's my modern game dilemma, which is clearly a personal problem. Yeah, there's certain they're just not gonna convince me. Yeah, man, bans and fighting games. We had quite a discussion about this the other day. Because it was compared with like League and fighting games. And I can see why, from spectator point of view, why you'd want bans. Because personally, bans, from a spectator point of view, are a lot more interesting than if there weren't bans. And the whole argument was based on laziness of the competitor. And I think it's a win on both sides of the argument. If I'm being honest. Which my argument was, my argument is that the competitor on the defensive side is being lazy because they don't want to deal with like a certain meta of the game. There's a certain combination or character that breaks what they want to deal with and they don't want to deal with it. I understand that. They're like, that's my problem. The other side of that, though, is you should learn more characters and recognize the meta and be able to swap the counter to meta, which is also a valid argument. That's not wrong. There's still an amount of laziness of, I've learned my character and I should be able to use my character. And you're being lazy for not learning your characters. I get that. But I feel like, from my own personal standpoint as a competitor and playing in tournaments myself, at least for fighting games, you should be able to deal. You should be able to deal with the best and how you deal with the best. If you were like, if you were in a fight with the best person in the world. And again, this is still fighting game specific, but if you're testing your skill against the best person in the world and you'd be like, well, actually, you can't use the skill you're most proficient in, you have to use a lesser skill, a slightly lesser skill if that. If it just feels like you're cheating your test of skill to me. It feels like a cheat of test of skill. And that's my main issue. And I can see both sides of the argument, and thankfully, my girlfriend at the time my girlfriend was saying the same thing. Was like, I can see your side of the argument, but we both disagreed. it's very funny. How did it hit me? Personally, I just think if you're gonna test your skill against somebody else's skill, test your best skill versus their best skill. It shouldn't matter what their choices is. You test their skill versus your skill versus their skill at the base level. And that's what it should be all about. Not, oh, I don't want to deal with your best skills, so I'm going to handicap your best skills. That was my issue with that. Yeah, I was about to say she's right. I think she's right. When I posed the argument of laziness, technically it is lazy on my part to not learn another style or learn another character. That's correct. But to me, it feels more lazy that the competitor does not want to deal with the different style versus learning another style. If you want to learn another style to deal with the different style, by all means. But if you think you can master your style so much more that it can handle the deficits that come with using that style, I think that's even more impressive. I think it takes more work to work against the weaknesses of your style versus telling your style that the other opponent's style to fuck off so you can have an easier time. To me, that just seems lazier. That seems lazier to me than learning another character. It's refusing to accept your weaknesses, and I feel like that's what it comes down to. If you accept where you're weak as a fighting game player, you then know what to work on and where to improve. Versus just removing that aspect from the game and trying to play a double meta. We're way in the weeds in this Let's Play. But my moral of the story is, or I guess this is my philosophy on fighting, is learn to master your style. And once you master that style, make sure you account for its weaknesses. Once you account for its weaknesses, you can...
This is gonna be fun.
You account for your style's weaknesses, then you know how to strengthen, like you know what your weakness, and then you can apply that to make your style, in that fighting style, better. Like, I'm always gonna play Jury in Street Fighter 4. There's probably never gonna be a character that's gonna make you switch off of that. And how do I deal with the enemies? I decide, I know my Jury's weak in zoning. So when I play a zoning character, same thing with Orchid and Killer Instinct. When I play a zoner in Killer Instinct, I know I have to approach the situation more cautiously, but once I give in on a zoner, with either of them, they're fucked. There's not much they are able to do. And that's the things you gotta account for. You may be weaker in some aspects, but in some aspects you're stronger. You gotta know those situations and then create the situations that put you in that advantageous situation. Not just give up and be like, well, this matchup sucks. Let me just switch to a different character. No. To me, that's never enough. To me, that's saying, I don't want to deal with the mental thought of I don't want to deal with the mental thought of, like, working through this situation. Instead, what I'm going to do is make this situation easier so I can use this team easier. And that's what feels lazy. 'Cause That's what I don't like. Is it lazy to not learn other characters? Sure. I think it's even more lazy to not figure out how to account for your weaknesses. That's where our crux of that argument lie. I think that's just going to be an opinion that at the end of the day we're going to have to agree to disagree. Because I don't think I'm going to be unconvinced of that one.
He's going for the
That goes against
pathway to the
my
array.
whole...
You can't let him get to the manual control panel.
It goes against my whole fighting game philosophy and philosophy of competition in general. My philosophy is account for your weaknesses, learn how to adapt within those weaknesses. I might have another argument about that soon. But honestly, that's how I feel about it. So, one more asshole. Roll, roll, roll. Run, run, run. Roll, roll, roll. We can make it, we can make it, we can make it. Nope! Oh my god. Please. Sure, I'll mention this next time I talk to her, and then we'll re-engage that conversation. Which will be funny. But man. That concept of banning fighters sounds so stupid. That? What the? Get me out of here, get me out of here. I thought that was a funny argument because it's something that's been fairly recent. I'm just like, yeah, I can't get behind banning. It's a concept that seems so silly to me that, like I said, from a spectator point of view, it totally makes sense. But as a competitor, I'm just like, no, this is stupid. It just means I'm hampering what I'm testing my skills against. And I'm a very Goku-esque type of player, oh god. Where I'm like, I want to test my skills against the best type of skills. Not half-ass my skills against some half-ass competition. What use of, like, what does it mean to me if I win situation where they're not playing at their best. This is why I did track in high school. It's like, I know when I beat somebody, it's because I'm legitimately faster than them. There's no question about that. My time was straight up faster than yours. And there's nothing to question there. I ran a 158. What did you run? Slower than that? Alright, I'm better. Easy. Easy choice. There's nothing to dispute there. If I beat them at their second best, what the fuck does that mean? Nothing. It doesn't mean anything to me. It means I shenanigans my way through this fight. That's not good. I knew there wasn't any cover I was gonna get too fast enough that was gonna help me. Fuck!
He's going for the furthest pathway to the array. You can't let him get to the manual control panel.
I'm dead. I'm dead.
He's going for the furthest pathway to the array. You can't let him get to the manual control panel.
I'm dead. I'm dead. God damn it, dude. How did I do this? I just need to clear out these idiots.
He's going for the furthest pathway to the array. You can't let him get to the manual control.
Wow. Okay. Come on! I don't do nothing! Ridiculous.
this.
Okay. Nope, nope. Yeah, I can't believe I guess, like, half guess this guy was gonna be the boss. I said final boss, but still. Bop! 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 Woo!
Reinforcements, Sam!
Wonderful. Burns! Burns! You gotta stay still!
You win, Sam. Now get out of here!
No! We leave together!
Get out of here!
Now he's killing his own
That's an order!
Marines. What is happening?
Yes, sir.
I love it, but I'm also very confused. Why are they gonna kill him? What?
My men are dead. I belong with them.
Burns. Only 5 deaths. They could have been worse. Alright, I'll be right back. I gotta go to the bathroom. Alright. Ooh, we're in the core. There's an argument there where I'm sure I'll revisit it. Wow, good thing I shot where I shot it.
Thank you for dispatching one of my many nuisances.
Are you kidding me?
Oh. This is pretty sick. a cigarette in his mouth.
Nothing better than a smoke to remind you you're alive. Just won't let me finish this one in peace, will ya?
A dead man's last cigar. Take your time.
I'd rather hear something other than bullshit from you.
You want truth, comrade? Here is glimpse. Madam Winters backed our takeover of Russia.
The president was behind your coup?
She promised to support our sovereign government.
I said no bullshit.
To Winters, war was necessary to regain economic footing and reassert world hegemony. What
the fuck does that mean?
Target than us.
So she used you as a pretext for war.
We had no choice but to proclaim war before we were attacked ourselves.
I can't condone Winters trying to attack Moscow, but you have no right to declare war with a weapon of mass destruction.
The betrayed have a right to retribution. You cannot deny this.
There's two of them?
If you're gonna make this my fight, then I'm gonna end it.
Back to the region. Man, this is a jam-packed chapter.
The area surrounding Industries 1 and 2.
That's not good.
How about now?
Fuck. Not. Oh, I woo! I was doing pretty good.
Transmission final charge sequence initiated. All personnel, please exit the area.
Oh my god.
Setting chamber connectors to default position.
Not what I was after, but it'll do.
Oh my god, my cover. Idiot rolling right now. Oh. Woo! Fucking roll for your life. Oh no! I've almost got the red one down. Oh my god. It's sick. Get the fuck down! Let's go!
The wrong one.
I don't care! That was fucking sick!
He's too fast!
Can this suit react faster?
Elena, set the safety limiters on the suit!
Sam, they're there for a reason. It isn't safe.
Getting killed out here isn't safe either.
Understood. I'm disabling them now.
Electron transmitters operating at 87%.
I'll take this.
Microwave transmission from charge sequence.
Use that pistol. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Microwave transmission is now available.
Holy shit, you move fast now. Oh! Both of us are on our last legs. Murder this man.
Sam, get out of there!
Move!
Mash, 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 mash.
Die!
Fucking blast it. Blast it. Whew!
2 down! Elena, this is a slave unit.
He must have been operating them remotely.
Yeah, controlling both of them at the same time.
That was a good ass fight though.
We stuffed him with tactical nukes.
Oh shit.
It was a pleasure meeting you.
Sights, Sam. Your bombs are gonna knock the colony out of orbit.
You cannot be foolish enough to think I would let it fall back into American hands.
Damn it.
I would be more worried about my own whereabouts if I were you. Seeing as how you are actually there.
I'd rather be dead than a slave. Elena, I'm on my way.
Dead to the slave. To robot next.
Get in one of those.
Sounds good.
It's not like there's a person in there. Woo, man. What? Wait, that's the end of Act 5? There's no way. Hold on. Press the thing. You get to hear all of my wonderful Devil May Cry background. Complete all actions. I'm using Mr. Select. So there's a secret. Act 6. Hold on. Hold the phone. Let me grab my phone. As I say, hold the phone. Vanquish. If you can't tell, Devil May Cry, obviously one of my favorite games of all times, based on this theme. There are 5X. What a fucking lie. I mean, I'm at like Act 5, Chapter 5. So, whatever. Yeah, no, Devil May Cry and Astral Chain are probably my favorite games of all time. So, if you need any context and when you have my rants, that's where we're at. Those are my top all-time games. Death Stranding, here. This is, just for context, top all-time folder, right? This is ordered by priority. I don't know why I'm doing this. Devil May Cry. All of these. I put it by franchise, so do I think Devil May Cry 1, 2, and 3 are better than Final Fantasy Remake? Not necessarily, but Devil May Cry is my favorite franchise, so that's why it's all here. We got Devil May Cry 5. We got Final Fantasy Remake. We got Death Stranding. Astral Chain does not exist on PS4, so that's why it's not in here. If I were to put that in there, it'd be right either above Devil May Cry 5 or right after. We got these three, which honestly, from this point forward, after Final Fantasy VII, it's a big toss-up. Doom Eternal, Nier Automata, and I guess I'd have to put Doom 2016 after that, but I think Nier Automata is better than Doom 2016. Street Fighter V, I love this game. Killer Instinct, my favorite fighting game, but not anything past that. I love this game. This is probably my best third-person shooter. This is also great. This is also a great third-person shooter. This is also great. Boom, 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 boom. Top all time. This is what we're looking at. Honestly, I might put Mortal Kombat 11 right before this. Gundam Versus and Rainbow Six Siege are probably ahead of that. We're gonna fix it. But yeah, now you know where I'm coming from. Gundam Versus is so good. Such a good game. Okay, let's continue. Act 6. Or probably final mission, really.
I'm in the escape pod. Ejecting now.
Okay, Sam. I'll be waiting near the escape hatch.
Sam Gideon.
Sam! No!
He's fine. The whole space station.
Don't go making funeral arrangements just yet.
He's on the ship with her?
Sam! You're alive! Are you hurt?
Here we go. Later.
I'm sorry about the professor, Sam.
So am I. You know, I'm not that different from Burns. We both sacrificed others to uphold our own ideals.
But Sam, you saved so many more than that.
Yeah.
next phase.
She's some weird looking hands in that scene, sorry.
This is the end of my presidency.
Whoa! Holy shit. That's intense. Holy shit. And we beat the game, apparently. Now, I wonder if people are asking about Vanquish too, because they kind of leave it like cliffhanger. The Russian guy is still alive, and the president killed herself, but still, goddamn. This is great. I love this. Very reminiscent of Nier Automata's credits to an extent. But holy shit, man. They, I see why when I was looking at my information on this game, it was like, is there going to be a Vanquish 2? Because there is room for stuff that happened, but they kind of just leave it there. Kill this one guy that's wearing like a night helmet. Hey, hey! Enemy animator, of course. That was actually a really interesting boss fight. Is it my favorite Final Game boss fight? Probably not. I think, again, from earlier, Metal Gear Rising, even compared to like Nier Automata, is probably my favorite Platinum Games boss fight. Maybe some even Bayonetta? I still definitely Bayonetta too. Astro Chain was pretty sick too. I don't remember it offhand, so I think my go-to is Metal Gear Rising fighting. Hey, you bitch! God, the AI programmer, of course. That would be me. I'm the AI programmer. In real life. I mean, if I'm honest, and I was in the credits, I would also make myself a piece of shit that I'm trying to kill. if we had friends like this. The guy has a cigarette in his nose. Amazing. God, I love it. But yeah, no, I think I was expecting more once they revealed that the Russian guy was only remotely piloting those mechs. But it was still fun fighting Burn, like that Burns boss fight into the double Russian dude boss fight. That was pretty good. Like I said, do I think it's my favorite Platinum Games fight? No. I think Metal Gear Rising has some more interesting stuff going on. Maybe I'll replay Metal Gear Rising and record that. I don't know how I kill a guy. Well, maybe I'll play Metal Gear Rising again just as a... that context in there. I've played it. I've platinumed that game. I love Metal Gear Rising. One of my favorite hack and slashes is better than May Cry or Astral Chain, which also Astral Chain will eventually be recorded on here as well. I'm eventually going to do a Dante Must Die run on Devil May Cry 5 because that is also one of my favorite games of all time. So all three of those will eventually make their way on here. Don't get me wrong. Well, you'll see some Metal Gear Revengeance, you'll see some Astral Chain. Devil May Cry already exists in normal mode, but you'll see some Dante Must Die runs, especially after watching some Dongri. If you don't know who Dongri is on Twitter, he is like the stylist of stylists on Devil May Cry 5. He's got the coolest of cool combos. But we'll get through some Devil May Cry 5 again. I love that game. It's a great game. I will gladly play through both that and Astral Chain again on the hardest difficulties because I love those games. And Metal Gear Rising is also fantastic. This game was really fun though. Definitely one of my favorite third-person shooters of all time. In that vein, it's like, it's this game, it's Horizon Zero Dawn, it's Control. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that comes close to this quality. There's definitely certainly other games that are like strictly third-person shooters. Like I wouldn't consider Metal Gear Solid a third-person shooter per se. But purely from that perspective, definitely my favorite of all of those. Control is probably next, followed by Horizon. Very good games. I love anything by Platinum though, really, so I mean that's like a bias right there. But yeah, no, I'll definitely get those other hack and slashes in here at some point by Platinum. And I'll probably do all the DLC. I won't do... I'm talking about Metal Gear, of course. Metal Gear Racing. I probably won't do the VR missions. I probably will do the Sam and Blade Wolf DLC if I do those. Because I obviously don't have those recorded. But I think that would be interesting. Will I do another Nier Automata playthrough? Maybe. I know there's a remaster coming out for the original, and the original plays awful. I have it. I've played through one ending, not the others. So maybe, I mean that's not even going to be Platinum, but or maybe it will. I don't remember exactly the news on that. But I might play some Near Automata again in the future just to have it recorded on my channel. It would be good to have some of this stuff on here. I'm thinking as I go. There's a lot of like older games I've played that I'm like, it would be interesting to like eventually at one point I'm sure I'll get all the Metal Gears on here at some point. Like that's another one of my favorite franchises of all time. I like a lot of Japanese games, personally. If I think of like my best favorite games of all time, like I said, it was earlier, it was Capcom and Platinum. Developers destroyed. Oh, interesting. I had 47 deaths. That's insane to me. But it only took me about 6 hours to get through this game. Which reminds me, I should, I've been in the middle, I think, when I say I'm in the middle, I haven't played Bayonetta in probably over a year. But I was in the middle of a Bayonetta 1 playthrough, a replay through, mind you. I still have yet to play Bayonetta 2. I own both of them. So, because I have it on Switch, which I can record on. I think at some point I will go through those games as well. But yeah, Bayonetta and Bayonetta 2 are on the list. All of those, the previously mentioned ones, I need to get Metal Gear Rising on there. I need to get, God, and I love the soundtrack for Metal Gear Rising. It is way up there. And Astral Chain, Astral Chain I said earlier, that is arguably my favorite single-player game of all time. It's between that and Metal Gear Solid 5. It's hard to say, like, best game of all time because I really do like some fighting games, and that has the multiplayer aspects. But single-player-wise, those are probably my favorite games of all time. It's either Metal Gear Solid 5 or Astral Chain. And then if you're thinking about multiplayer games, it's probably Killer Instinct or Street Fighter 5. But man, yeah, we'll get to all those. Space score. What's space score? Interesting. Total score about 250,000. Mission time 6 hours. Cover used about half my time was spent in cover. I traveled 47,000 units. Fired 20,000 munitions. 47 deaths. That's a decent amount. Confirmed friendlies, almost 600. Wounded friendlies, 48. Confirmed kills. Okay, I at least roughly doubled my kills to friendly deaths. A little under that, though, but we got 17 of the Pangloss statues. I know where one of them is. Fuckers. 77 developers destroyed. God hard difficulty is now available. This difficulty can now be accessed via new game or mission select. God hard. Huh. I mean, like a normal hack and slash, that only makes sense. It's totally raining. Where do I fall? That's not what I wanted. Don't view my profile. Where am I at? Not even close. Under 250,000. So what are we here? Because I'm pedantic about where we fall here. We'll see on my trophy list. I never did this. It must be 10. I completed all the acts. I didn't destroy 100 enemies with melee attacks. I defeated 10. Done that. That was nice. Yeah, that is a lot of melee attacks. Destroy a Romanov's arm and leg before finishing it. Interesting. Destroy a Romanov with a melee attack. Definitely did that. Destroy 2 Romanovs in a row only using melee attacks. That's crazy. I probably had to do that on easy. Destroy a Chicane with a hand grenade. I don't even know what the fuck that is. Destroy 10 enemy robots that have been disabled with an EMP emitter. I did not use enough of those. Did not do that. KNRB0 Argus robot. I don't even know what the fuck that is. Sure. I don't know what any of this is. Defend the Pangloss statue in Act 3-2. What? Destroy 2 cannons in Act 3-3. Complete the mission. I feel like I did. But maybe it's a different section. I'm thinking about when the giant cannon showed up. Destroy all the floating turrets in that. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Hurry the fuck up. Destroy 5 or more enemy transports in conflict beyond Act 3-7. Ignore the elevator start order in Act 4-1. Instead, hold position and destroy all reinforcements. Oh. Interesting. Destroy the buzzard without allowing it to reach the ground in Act 5-1. Also interesting, I remember that. Destroy 10 enemies distracted by cigarettes. Destroy 2 enemies who have been distracted by a cigarette. Okay, okay. Find and fire upon all of the hidden Pangloss statues. It says complete tactical challenges. Maybe. Complete the game without dying regardless of difficulty level. That's the skill challenge. But yeah. Very good game. Definitely among my favorite first person shooters. Honestly, if I had to compare it to first person shooters, it's only competing against Doom Eternal, and man, that's a tough call. From a shooter perspective. But yeah, really solid game. Definitely would recommend you should get it. I hope they make a Vanquish too. I'm hoping that by re-releasing that PlayStation 4, that was like them saying, "Oh yeah, we wanna try and see if there's interest in this game." So if you happen to be watching this and you're like, "Oh man, that looks fun," please get it so we can get another one, because Platinum makes a lot of hack and slash games, and I will always play the hack and slash games, but man, it's so rare that we get a cool third-person shooter like this. It is very rare to get a game like this. I feel like it was really good. I would love to play a second one. I would hope that they would eventually make a second one, but doesn't look like it's in the cards. So that's it for Vanquish. I'll probably be recording, if not now, in the near future, I'll be recording some more Jedi Fallen Order and Left Alive. I might just practice some fighting games instead, at least for tonight, but look forward to more of that kind of content for see on this channel. So that should be getting wrapped up or continued, or maybe they're done by the time you watch this video. By the time, I mean, I don't have that many subscribers. Like I said, I just do this for fun. Maybe by the time you watch this, it's just like, yeah. He's like, yeah, I'll watch this, and then Left Alive and Jedi Fallen Order will be done. There's like a billion other games I've played since then. I don't know. You tell me. you tell me in the comments, and maybe future me will be like, oh, hey, that was like 5 years ago. Appreciate you looking at the content. But hey, you should check out blah 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 blah. Or maybe I've been practicing my fighting games and I've been maybe this COVID thing has ended and I can actually participate in tournaments again because apparently every online tournament I enter in gets fucking canceled. And it's the most heartbreaking thing on the planet and it kills me. Fucking Evo and Killer Instinct 2020. To date this video. God damn, I was excited about that. That got thrown in the dumpster. But yeah. That was the end of this. We'll maybe do challenge mode. But unless I don't do that, that is the end of Vanquish. So with that in mind, I will see you guys, or catch you guys next time. See ya!